माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन जमुना तीर वनचारी जमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन जमुना तीर वनचारी जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी गोपीजन यशोदानंदन व्रज जनरंजन जमुना तीर वनचारी हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण जय कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण बलराम जय कृष्ण बलराम कृष्ण जय राधा श्याम सुंदर राधा श्याम सुंदर राधे जय गौरनीता श्रीपाद परमहंस परिव्राजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शतस्य श्रीमद् कृष्ण हिज डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरण अरविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। इस्कॉन फाउंडर आचार्य बीबीटी फाउंडर आचार्य डिवाइन ग्रेस श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। अनंत कोटि वैष्णव भक्तवृंद की जय। नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की जय। प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की जय। राधा कृष्ण गोपी गोपीनाथ राधा कुंड श्याम कुंड गिरि गोवर्धन की जय। मथुरा वृंदावन धाम की जय। नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की जय। पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की जय। गंगा मैया जमुना मैया की जय। श्री श्री कृष्ण बलराम की जय। राधा श्याम सुंदर ललिता विशाखा देवी की जय। श्री गौर निताय की जय। भगवत वाणी श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की जय। वृंदा देवी तुलसी महारानी की जय। ऑल ग्लोरी टू असेंबली ऑफ डिवोटीज। ऑल ग्लोरी टू असेंबली ऑफ डिवोटीज। ऑल ग्लोरी टू असेंबली ऑफ डिवोटीज। हरे कृष्ण। ओम अज्ञानातिमिरन्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्टं स्थापितं येन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकं। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतापदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधाकृष्णपदान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगत्पते गोपीश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वंशाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो ओं विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामी निति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे। नमो महावदन्याय कृष्ण प्रेम प्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नामिने गौरतिसे नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंद। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Reading from Srimad Bhagavad Gita as it is, Chapter 7, Knowledge of the Absolute. Today टेक्स्ट 16 मुझे कहा गया चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां जनाः सुकृतिन अर्जुन आर्तो जिज्ञासु अर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ। चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां जनाः सुकृतिन अर्जुन आर्तो जिज्ञासु अर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ। चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां जनाः सुकृतिन अर्जुन आर्त जिज्ञासुरर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ।
चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां जनाः सुकृतो अर्जुन आर्तो जिज्ञासु अर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ। चतुर्विधा भजन्ते मां जनाः सुकृतो अर्जुन आर्तो जिज्ञासु
सुकृतिन अर्जुन
आपको ज्ञासु अर्थार्थी
आर्त जिज्ञासु अर्थार्थी
ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ
ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ Word meaning. Chaturvidha, 4 kinds of. Bhajante, render services. Mam, unto me. Janaha, persons. Sukritinaha, those who are pious. Arjuna, O Arjuna. Artaha, the distressed. Jigyasu, the inquisitive. Artharthi, one who desires material gain. Jnani, one who knows things as they are. Cha, also. Bharatarsava, O great one amongst the descendants of Bharata. Translation and purport by Divine Grace, Abhay Charana Aravinda Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Translation. O best among the Bharatas, 4 kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me. The distressed, the desire of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the Absolute. Please repeat. O best among the Bharatas, 4 kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me. The distressed, the desirer of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of the Absolute. Purport. Unlike the miscreants, these are adherents of the regulative principles of the scriptures, and they are called Sukritinaha, or those who obey the rules and regulations of scriptures, the moral and social laws, and are more or less devoted to the Supreme Lord. Out of these, there are 4 classes of men: those who are sometimes distressed, those who are in need of money, those who are sometimes inquisitive, and those who are sometimes searching after knowledge of the Absolute Truth. These persons come to Supreme Lord for devotional service under different conditions. These are not pure devotees because they have some aspirations to fulfill in exchange for the devotional service. Pure devotional service is without aspirations and without desire for material profit. The Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu 1.1.11 defines pure devotional service thus: Anya bhilashita sunyam jnana karmadi anavritam anukulyena krishna anusilanam bhakti uttama. One should render transcendental loving service to the Supreme Lord Krishna favorably and without desire of material profit or gain through fruitive activities or philosophical speculation. That is called pure devotional service. When these 4 kinds of persons come to Supreme Lord for devotional service and are completely purified by the association of pure devotees, they also become pure devotees. As far as miscreants are concerned, for them devotional service is difficult because Their lives are selfish, irregular, and without spiritual goal. But even some of them, by chance, when they come in contact with pure devotee, also become pure devotees. Those who are always busy with fruitive activities come to the Lord in material distress, and at that time associate with pure devotees and become in their distress devotees of the Lord. Those who are simply frustrated also become sometimes to associate with the pure devotees and become inquisitive to know about God. So, similarly, when the dry philosophers are frustrated in every field of knowledge, they sometimes want to learn of God, and they come to Supreme Lord to render devotional service and thus transcend the knowledge of the impersonal Brahman and the localized Paramatma and come to the personal conception of the Godhead by the grace of Supreme Lord or His pure devotees. On the whole, when the distressed, the inquisitive, the seekers of knowledge, and those who are in need of money are free from all material desires, and when they fully understand that material remunerations has nothing to do with the spiritual improvement, they become pure devotees. As long as such a pure stage is not attained, devotees in transcendental service to the Lord are tainted with fruitive activities, the search for mundane knowledge, etc. So one has to transcend all these before one can come to the stage of pure devotional service. Hare Krishna. चतुर्विध भजते माम जना सुकृति न अर्जुन आर्तो जिज्ञासु अर्थार्थी ज्ञानी च भरतर्षभ. वो best among the Bharatas, 4 kinds of pious men begin to render devotional service unto me: the distressed, the desire of wealth, the inquisitive, and he who is searching for knowledge of Absolute. Hare Krishna. So, the 7th chapter, from 7th chapter, this discussion about pure devotional service begins. Because Bhagavad Gita, out of 18 chapters, first beginning 6 chapters is called about Niskam Karma Yoga, working in Krishna consciousness. And the middle 6, the 6th chapter specifically is deal with pure devotional service, Bhakti Yoga. In this section, the concluding 12th chapter is named after Bhakti Yoga, pure devotional service. And the concluding chapters 13 to 18 is transcendental knowledge. There is discussion about transcendental knowledge. So here we were starting this section about pure devotional service from this chapter. This is the 7th chapter, knowledge of the Absolute. So here is a discussion about who can enter into pure devotional service. There are some primary qualifications for a practitioner who could part from the pure devotional service. The previous verse, there is discussion of 4 types of peoples who did not take shelter of the Supreme Lord. Namang duskruti na mudha, prapadyante na radhama, Maya apahuta jnana asuri bhava asyata. The 4 types of people who never takes shelter. That was discussion in the previous verse, in verse 15. And there is a detailed discussion by Srila Prabhupada. The purport was very long. and that those miscreants who are grossly foolish, who are lowest among the mankind, those whose knowledge is stolen by illusion, and who partake of the atheistic nature of demons, do not surrender unto me. But here is the present verse, is the 16th verse, is description about who can enter into devotional service. What was the qualification? Before pure devotional service one must possess. They told that there are 4 types of people that who can, that is called the best among the Bharatas, the 4 kind of pious men begins to render devotional service unto me. The distressed, the desirer of wealth, the inquisitive, and who is searching for knowledge of the Absolute. In this verse, specifically the word Chaturvidha bhajatemam jana sukrutina. Here not, the word is used as sukrutina, not bhakti. These 4 types of peoples mentioned in this verse, they are not bhaktas, they are not pure devotees, but they are considered here as sukrutina. What is meant by sukrutina? Those are they are because they are sukrutina because those who are pious, they perform different kinds of punya karma, pious activities. Because Krishna also described in Bhagavad Gita that Jesam antagatam papam jananang punya karmanam te dvandva moho nirmukta bhajate mam drodhavrata. Who can, apart from devotional service with firm determination, that Krishna told that Jesam antagatah papam jananang punya karmana, by different pious activities, constantly practicing, then gradually consciousness purified, then he has got to commit sinful activities, they completely, gradually destroyed. Then such a person, when he come in association of pure devotee, he gradually develop pure devotional service. So here is the word in verse is used, the sukritina, that is, this is important because this is called, these 4 type of peoples mentioned in this verse, they are sukritina, they are pious. They are pious persons, they are doing some pious activities. They did not even enter to devotional service now, but because of these pious activities, their consciousness is gradually getting purified. So, these 4 type of peoples, first is mentioned that Sukritina Arjuna are jigyasu. Artha jigyasu artharthi jnani. Artha means, who is Artha? Distressed. Artha, distressed. So first is distressed. Though Prabhupada has not cited any examples of these particular kinds of persons, Artha the distressed, but we can see who is a person in such category, who is a distressed person, but gradually coming in association of devotees, and then he entered in devotional service. Artha means distressed. You have any example of such a person? In Artha category, distressed category, who accept later and he become pure devotee. Generally we give the examples like Gajendra and this Draupadi, but actually they are pure devotees. Of course the example is Gajendra. Gajendra took shelter of Vishnu or Krishna because his pious activities in his previous life. His previous life, though in this particular life he is not no such example, but in previous life he was Indradimna. Maharaj, but he is not the same Indradimna who was who has manifested Lord Jagannath. He is not this. He is this different Indradimna. Anyhow, in his previous life, he has practiced austerities and some pious activities. He did sometimes just beginning stage of devotional service, and commit offenses to whom? Agastya Muni. One time he was meditating, and Agastya Muni came. She could not offer proper, he not welcome him properly, or not respect, not offer anything, sweet words or offer foods or water. So Agastya Muni become angry. He told, you are just like an elephant. He could not understand the presence of a saintly person. So I curse you. He become an elephant. So anyhow, Gajendra, that for that curse he become an elephant. But when the crocodile caught him, specifically attacked to his, he just caught his leg. Then he was sucking blood, this crocodile. Because crocodile is a person, is an animal who lived in water. And elephant has no such habit. Neither elephant has any food. But he was getting food. Who? Crocodile. By sucking blood from this elephant or Gajendra. So out of distress, he started praying. But you see, in beginning, Gajendra not addressing anyone's name. He is just like addressing like like impersonal Brahman. He is not taking a particular name of Brahma, Vishnu or Mahesh. He is simply praying, oh, who is the master of the universe, who is all-pervading Lord, who is maintaining, who is creating, maintainer and destroyer of this universe, like this is not taking name. So that's why Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, they come, but no one is coming to protect him. Finally, Lord Vishnu came in his risk. So anyhow, in one sense we can give this an example like Gajendra, distressed, but finally, because of his pious deeds in previous life, he come to these senses. He could remember, remember Vishnu. But Draupadi, in a previous life, like we are performing the Purushottam Vrata. Purushottam Vrata we see, Draupadi's previous life also there. She was a daughter of a Brahman, a rishi. Sumedha Rishi or something, but she did not accept the advice of Durvasa. Durvasa advised him to worship Lord Krishna, to perform this Purushottam Vrata. But she was worshipping Lord Shiva. So he neglected. He told, why you are advising me to worship Lord Vishnu and Sri Krishna? What he can do? I can get everything by worshipping whom? By pleasing Lord Shiva. So that's why Durvasa became angry. So he told, okay, you are now disrespecting Purushottama, Sri Krishna. So you will be get in such a distressed condition, you will be insulted by in a assembly. And no one will protect you unless the Supreme Person, the Purushottama Krishna, will not protect you. You will be, when you remember and pray him, then he will protect you. So that's why he told that Draupadi again, he was insulted in the midst of the assembly, great assembly of Kauravas. Dusasana tried to make her naked, but still she remembered Krishna. That time he remembered Krishna. Being remembered Krishna, so she was protected. Krishna came and protected him. So she get little association of Durvasa Muni, because Durvasa Muni told, you have to take shelter of Krishna, then you will be protected. So anyhow, sometimes devoted, someone has this type of distressed condition. Generally people in India, When they are in distress condition, they remember Krishna. They remember the Lord. And when they are in a condition where they get all types of sense gratification, things, luxurious life, then they forget Krishna. So anyhow, this is first example is given here, the distressed, the artha, then artharthi. Artharthi, we get this general example of Dhruva Maharaj. Dhruva Maharaj has a desire to have a kingdom even bigger than his father, who? Uttanapada, and even bigger than his grandfather, Swayambhu Manu, and even bigger than the kingdom, even his great-great-grandfather, who? Brahma. He wanted such a huge, such a large kingdom. So that's why he was prayed. He was only 5-year-old boy, and he has such a great determination. But that's why he get the association of Narada Muni, the greatest devotee among the pure devotees. So Narada Muni, seeing his condition, he advised him to chant. After taking some initial test, but finally accepted him a disciple and gave him the mantra, Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. We are chanting every day before Bhagavatam class, Om Namah Bhagavate. This is Dvadasakhya mantra, 12 syllable mantra. And the 8 syllable mantra, that is same Narada Muni gave this mantra to Prahlad, Om Namah Narayanaya. And for this Kali Yuga people, the same Narada Muni gave this mantra. What? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram. So according to time, place, circumstances, so Narada Muni gave these mantras, and the different times different mantra. So according to the situation of Dhruva, he gave this mantra, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Because Dhruva Maharaj was very determined and very strictly followed the instruction of a spiritual master. And get, actually Narada Muni wanted the Dhruva will be, may achieve the association of the Supreme Lord. Just Narada Muni told Dhruva to perform austerity, then he went to see Uttanapada, his father. Then he told his father, Dhruva, don't worry, within 6 months, after 6 months, Dhruva will come back to home after seeing the Supreme Lord face to face. Dhruva Maharaj not started austerity, but he declared the result. Because Dhruva Maharaj performed austerity, but there is another reason why the Lord appeared before Dhruva Maharaj, because this is the desire of who? Narada Muni. Narada Muni gave this word, so Lord has to protect, has to fulfill the desire of his pure devotees. So anyhow, when he is by the association of Narada Muni and he performed austerity, then when Lord appeared to him, then asked him to please ask some boon. Then Dhruva Maharaj told no. Oh Lord, I don't want any boon. Swamin Krutarthasmin Barang na jache. I am fully satisfied now, I don't want any boon. Then why you are performing so much austerity? He told, I don't want any boon now. I was just running after broken glasses, these material desires, all this, the opulence of even the Indra, Chandra, Varuna, or Brahma, even more opulence that is Dhruva was desiring. He understood all these opulences is just like broken glasses. And pure devotional service is like what? Diamond. He was thinking, I am just running after some broken glass, and when I was seeing you by your personal presence, it's completely purified my consciousness. I don't want anything now. This is the difference between a worshipper of a demigod and a worshipper of Lord Vishnu. When one directly see Vishnu or perform his devotional service, then all his material desires gradually finished. Akama sarvakama va mukhya kamodaradhi tibrena bhakti yogena jajetaha purusham param. That is why Bhagavatam giving this recommendation. Whether you have no desire or you are full of desire, sakama sarvakama, or you want liberation, mukhya kama. simply take shelter of Lord Krishna and worship him and perform devotional service. So this is artharthi. Then we can seek jigyasu. Who is jigyasu? Inquisitive, but any example that he has by asking these questions, the spiritual questions, he later on become a pure devotee. Who? Parikshit Maharaj is pure devotee already. He has Vishnu Rath. Krishna protected him when he was in the womb of a mother. Parikshit Maharaj cannot give him an example of a pious man. He is not a pious man. He is a pure devotee from his very birth. Sages, generally they give the example of the sages of Naimisaranya. They are inquisitive. They take shelter of Sutta Goswami and they are asking questions. And again, so many types of variety of questions. They stop their sacrifice, their jagya, and they sit down to listen. Bhagavatam, they inquire. So many questions they ask to Sutta Goswami. And gradually they purified. Sometimes you may call, Arjuna also asked, inquire also so many, Jigyasu. Arjuna also asked so many questions, but Arjuna is also pure devotee. But it is because of Lord Krishna himself planned to give us this Bhagavad Gita. So he used Arjuna as his disciple. Arjuna asked questions, he told Sishyasteham Sadhimang Twang Prapanna 2:7. He told, just accept me as your disciple and tell me what to do and what not to do in this particular situation. I didn't know what to do and what not to do. So Arjuna, that's why Arjuna asked so many questions. Uddhav also asked so many questions to in Bhagavatam to Krishna, but they are pure devotees. Though in a particular situation, due to the desire of Krishna, they ask questions for the benefit of humanity. So the Jigyasu, they ask so many questions. They have so many variety of questions. But in Chaitanya Charitamrita, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, Artha arthati dui sakama madhya gani, Jigyasu jnani dui mukhya kama mani. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told, these two types of people, those are distressed and those who are the desire of money. These persons are called as sakam. They have material desires. This is called material desires. But the letter to two types of people's letter, that is Jigyasu and Jnani, those who wants Mukhya. Jnani wants Mukhya, liberation. These people are Mukhya Kamamani. They have no material desires, sanskar, but they want achieve liberation. They are. So in this way, the last type, that is the Jnani. Jnani means he knows everything that this Jagat Mithya. Brahman Satya. He knows I am not this body, I am the soul. But he has no material desires for gratification. He didn't want wealth or money, all these things, different types of. But he has one desire. And the desire is to free from the cycle of birth and death. He knows that this four type of miseries in this material world, four type of miseries, that is Janma, birth, death, old age and disease. So you want to be free from these conditions. So this type of Jnani, some people, the knowledgeable persons, sometimes Mayavadis are come in this category. There are some examples. Like there is some Madhusudana Saraswati, one person, great Mayavadis, but he later on become devotee, and his prayers, even the Vaishnavas, they chant about Krishna's prayers. Even some Jnani people, sometimes people told Prahlad Maharaj as Jnani. Is just Chatus Kumar, 4 Kumaras, they are Jnani. They do not want any material gratification. But because they come in association of whom? They come just in the gate of Vaikuntha. They directly seeing the Lord. Or first they came in association of the Vishnu Dutas, necessarily the gatekeepers, Jaya and Vijay. they got to gradually purified and see the Lord, then become devotee. So sometimes these Jnani peoples, they are also, but they have no material desires. Jigyasu Jnani, they don't have material desires. They are inquisitive and they are searching for the truth. Jnani is searching for truth. They have some doubt what is the truth. For Kumaras, they have some doubt whether this absolute truth is a person or it is impersonal. But when they saw directly face to face the Lord, by just smelling the tulsi and flowers from the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord, they automatically become devotee. They never before paying obeisances to anyone. But there they voluntarily fell down at the lotus feet of Lord Narayan. And they express their desire to perform devotional service. So in this way, there are 4 types of people. They come. But here Prabhupada is making another point in this verse. That sometimes even these non-devotees, these miscreants, they also take shelter of Krishna. But so the previous verse that told that 4 types of peoples, Duskritina peoples, the 4 types, Namang Duskritina Mudha, whatever the 4 types, Mudha, Namang Duskritina Mudha, Prapadyante Naradhama, Maya Apahuta Jnana, and Asuri Bhava Asrita. These 4 types of peoples in the previous verse. Even Prabhupada is mentioning that such peoples, even sometimes they get the chance of the association of a pure devotee, then they can also become pure. A pure devotee has such power, can change anyone. We can see in the Prabhupada practically how he changed this Westerners and Americans. They are practically in this, they are not considered as pious. Maybe sometimes some peoples, but most of them they simply, thus the previous verse telling these categories. But due to the mercy of a pure devotee, sometimes such persons become devotee. Even we see Dasyu Ratnakar, he has no pious activities. He was simply daka, he is just stealing, murdering others, so plundering everything from others. But due to the mercy of who? Narada Muni, he also became pure devotee. Even he was such a sinful person, even he could not utter the name of Lord Rama. If someone is very, very sinful, then he cannot even chant the holy name of the Lord. So Narada Muni tried to ask this Dasyu Ratnakar, Skanda Purana story, ask him to chant Valmiki in his previous life, chant Rama. The other names may not be chant because Krishna it is some Juktakhara, but he had very simple name, Rama. But he tried many times but could not chant Rama. He is so sinful. So Narada Muni just saw him the dead tree. He told, are you seeing this tree? Where he told Mara. Mara means dead. So he can chant Mara? He told yes. Then when he chant thus in opposite way, Mara, 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 bas, then he become delivered. This is the mercy of a pure devotee. Similarly, Prabhupada also we see in his preaching in all over the world how he delivered many peoples, Mlechas and Javanas, in most degraded peoples. Peoples who were eating cows. They are eating cows. They have no restriction on their food, no proper behavior. Even Prabhupada was cooking and feeding them. After eating, they all left. Prabhupada has to clean all this. He has to throw out their remnants in garbage. Prabhupada has to clean the room, clean the plates, everything. Such a compassionate Vaishnava. Later on, when they become, they read Prabhupada books and become gradually developed in devotional service, they understand what Prabhupada did for them. What they did, how they behaved to Prabhupada and what Prabhupada did for them. That's why they become completely surrendered to Prabhupada. They could understand. Our parents, They could not even behave us like, they did not give such affection and love to us, what these old men did for us. So that's why Prabhupada makes the point. The main thing how to become a devotee is association of a pure devotee. Though there is some different, these four types of people, they coming by coming in association of pure devotee, they become pure devotees. But Prabhupada telling that even who is not a pious person, even is belongs to the previous categories, the miscreants, but somehow or other he will come in a contact of a pure devotee, then he become a, by mercy of a pure devotee, one can become a pure devotee. Other thing, Prabhupada once in a Western world, they told Prabhupada, we read Nectar of Devotion. So it is told that unless someone performs some kinds of devotional service in his previous life, then in this life he cannot become a devotee. He cannot perform. We must have performed some devotional service in our previous life. Otherwise, how we become pure devotee? Now how we are practicing this devotional service? Prabhupada told you have no credit in your previous life. You are not performing devotional, no credit. It is only due to my causeless mercy you are all become devotee. As Prabhupada told people. So you should understand what is here is the way is given that these four types of pious peoples, they become devotee after by association. But even the most degraded peoples, tulayam alavenapi no swargam no punarbhavam bhagavat sangi sangasya martyanam kim utasisa. So those were residing in this earth planet, what is the most precious thing they have to do by getting a moment association with the pure devotee. Even 1/11th part of a second, it's called lover. Then that is the most precious thing for them. Because a moment's association of a pure devotee can make someone as pure devotee. Just like we are taught, what is this meaning? We are someone is planning to how to go to Dil, he did not know how to go, but if he finds someone, he just show him direction, yes, you go, here is 6:20, Delhi bus will come, just go and sit in this bus, you will reach Delhi. That is the pure devotee. He told, oh, you want to go to Golok Vrindavan, you want to have association of Krishna, so you part from devotional service. Follow this follow this path, follow regulatory principles, and all these things he saw the direction. That is the duty of a pure devotee. By his blessings, one becomes pure devotee. Even most degraded peoples can become pure devotee. So, but here is Krishna is telling these four types of pious peoples. That is, if coming in association of the pure devotee, then become devotee. But Prabhupada told even what is about the pious peoples, even those are most, these miscreants, most degraded peoples, if they also came in the association of a pure devotee, they can also be delivered, they can achieve pure devotional service. So, here is this is a very important verse. Prabhupada here is in his purport also giving the this definition of pure devotional service. What is pure devotional service? Pure devotional service means anyabhilasita sunyam jnana karmadi anavritam anukulyena krishna anusilanam bhakti uttama. One should render transcendental loving service to the Supreme Lord Krishna favorably and without desire of material profit or gain through fruitive activities or philosophical speculation. That is called pure devotional service. One has to give the desire for sanskarification, also desire for liberation. Jnanis, they want liberation, and the fruitive workers, they want sanskarification. So pure devotional service is free from these two types of desires. No sanskarification and no Nirvishesha Mukti, the desire for merging in the Brahman. Then one, perform the devotional service in a favorable way, not in a favorable way, desiring himself as considering himself as a servant or a friend or a parents or a beloved or lover. So he can perform, he make his relation with Krishna. In this way he will achieve perfection. So Prabhupada is concluding this purport that as long as one not attend that purified stage of a devotee, devotees in transcendental service to the Lord are tempted with fruitive activities, the search for mundane knowledge, etc. So one is to transcend all this before one come to the stage of pure devotional service by associating with the pure devotees. That's why Srila Prabhupada just gave us all this process, this particularly ISKCON, from morning up to everything is planned in this way. We can get the association of pure devotees. Because the Pancha Mahasadhans, there will perform only in association of pure devotees. When Mathura Vasa, if you want to do Mathura Vasa, he must stay in association of devotees, not alone. This is not recommended. Stay along the devotees, Mathura Vasa. Bhagavatam, one is to study Bhagavatam, listen Bhagavatam, discuss Bhagavatam in association of devotee. One is to do Nam Sankirtan, this is in association of devotees. Then deity worship also you have to, Pujari will do Arti, but you have to also chant and dance together. This is also everything. Pancha Mahasadhan, Mathura Vasa, deity worship, Bhagavat Shravan, Nam Sankirtan, and one more, Sadhu Seva. This everything is provided by Srila Prabhupada in ISKCON. So in ISKCON, gradually with the association of the devotees, we can improve our devotional service. Maybe in the beginning become most degraded and we can, but with the association of devotee, we follow Prabhupada's principles, regularity principles and this sadhana bhakti, then we can be also gradually and gradual process by mercy of spiritual master and then we can come to pure devotional service stage. Okay, I stop here. Any question? 5 minutes is there. Any question or comment?
Present time spiritual masters in ISKCON are pure devotees or not?
The present day, the spiritual masters in ISKCON are pure devotee or not. But this is a pure devotee can recognize another pure devotee. In order to recognize someone is pure, you have to be pure. Otherwise you cannot recognize someone as whether he is pure or impure. So, as whether others are pure, but everyone recognizes one thing. Srila Prabhupada was a pure devotee. There is no doubt. Narada Muni, our parampara is this guru, but the present gurus, present acharyas, they are, as long as they are uniting with themselves, with his spiritual, they are spiritual masters, Srila Prabhupada, they are pure. Just like he put iron in fire, after sometimes the fire become red, then the fire also do the same work of, this railroad rod, iron rod also do the same work of fire. Because it is connected with fire, his rod is there. But if you disconnect it from the fire and put somewhere, after sometimes it become again become iron rod. Similarly, as long as one is connected with parampara and is following strictly his spiritual master, then he is also pure. Prabhupada gave this logic. As long as one is connected with parampara and he is following his spiritual master, then he is pure. And as long as he get disconnected with parampara and his spiritual master, then he finishes. So anyhow, one have to see how someone is connected with his spiritual master, how determined he is, how he has faith for his spiritual master, he is firmly believing. So in this way, you can see, but we are not in that pure platform to judge or to know that whether they are pure or not. Because we are in there judge everything in our platform. But a pure devotee has to be judged in a pure platform. If someone is pure devotee, then he can see. Who is pure, he can judge, see. Okay? We are not in that stage now. We are not pure. So how can we judge others whether he is pure or not? So, but we have to, our ISKCON, Prabhupada books are our law book. Reading, as long as we are connected with Prabhupada books, reading Prabhupada books, following Prabhupada gay principle, all the, whoever the Guru in ISKCON, Acharyas, they are not inventing any new principle, new thing. They just they teach us the same thing what Prabhupada taught them. They told same thing. Attend Mangala Arati, follow regulative principle, and listen Bhagavatam, chant, all the whatever Prabhupada told. So this is they connected themselves with the parampara. As long as someone is connected with the parampara, he is pure. Okay. So any other question? Yes.
Maharaj, these 4 kinds of devotees. In the purport first line, Prabhupada explained, they are adherent to the regulative principles of scriptures, and they are called the Sukrinas, those who obey the rules and regulations of scriptures, the moral social laws, and are more or less devoted to the Supreme Lord. Even in this condition also, they are not pure devotees.
This is the power, they are not pure devotees, they are pious people. Where is pure devotee? What pure devotee is written? Unlike the miscreants, these are the adherents of the regulative principles. Who? 4 types of pious peoples. They are not devotee. Sukritina, the word is used in this verse is Sukritina, not devotee. They are pious peoples. They are pious peoples, they follow regulative principle, they are following regulative principle. And then they are following scriptures, they are called Sukritina. Prabhupada used the word Sukritina, not pure devotee. Okay? The Sukritinas, when they come in association of a pure devotee, then become the pure devotee. Unless we are taking the association of a pure devotee, one cannot become pure devotee. Chadiya Vaishnava Seva, Nistara Paichekeva. Where is there is example? Unless without associating a pure devotee, serving a pure devotee, one become a pure devotee. There is no example. Narottam Das Thakur is telling. You have to take association of pure devotees. You have to surrender to the spiritual master. Adho Guru Padasraya, then Sadharma Prucha, Sadhu Marganugamanam, all these principles. You have to go in a gradual process. Okay? They are not pure, word pure devotee is not mentioned here. Sukritina.
In Bhagavad Gita, there is a sloka, Sarvesu Kalesu Mahamanuswar. Sarvesu Kalesu Mahamanuswar. Yudhita.
Mahamanusmaran Yudhita.
Mayarati Manobuddhi Mahamir Esyasi Essence. Then this in this great pure devotee comes to know.
This is Varnashrama. You staying in a Varnashrama, you perform your duties perfectly, and same time you have to remember Krishna. Arjuna was a Kshatriya, so his dharma is to fight in a battlefield. He is in battlefield and his first duty is to, that's why Krishna advised to particular this instruction to Arjuna. Mamenu smaran yudhyacha. You always remember me and same time you fight. Similarly, this instruction in Varnashram for a Vaishya, for a Sudra, they are different. They have to perform their own Varnashram dharma according to their nature, and same time he has to remember Krishna. Krishna told to give up everything, you are your duties, but you have to perform your duty, but same time you also remember Krishna. External thing is perform your duty, but internally you always think about Krishna. Mamenu Smaran, always remember me. Then you do your whatever your duty also.
Now we can say instead of Yudhja, love. Instead of saying Yudhja, we can say ourselves, love Lord Krishna.
Love is highest stage. It's not so easy to achieve love. Love of Godhead, to achieve love of Godhead, little time. This is Uttam platform. We achieved love of Godhead. Love means to love Krishna. But in other sense, we are thinking this love to our parents, love to our father, love to our mother, love to our children, love to all these are love. They are not love. But still, following the regulative principle, we have to perform our duties. These are our duties. But actually we must understand, love means love Krishna. The word love is not used in this material sense. These are all temporary, and this is also just with the screen of Krishna's Maya. We are seeing all these things. I am a husband, he is my wife, he is my children, all these things, these are not permanent things. But this is permanent. Krishna, to love Krishna, this is permanent. This is our relation.
But it is also cited in Bhagavad Gita. It is also cited in Bhagavad Gita. Vasudeva Sarvamiti Sarva Vasudeva. We can see in everybody.
Yes.
We can see in everybody.
Yes, you see everything, but not everything. You see Vasudeva is in everyone's heart. Krishna's presence in every living entities. This is Uttam platform. A Uttam Vaishnava sees everyone as Vaishnava. Even to a murderer is Vaishnava, because he sees Krishna in his heart. Krishna living everywhere.
In Chandala also. In Chandala also.
Yes, yes, Krishna is there. Okay, this is Uttam platform. Uttam Vaishnava sees Krishna everywhere. So that's why a Uttam Vaishnava is, sometimes he did not like to preach. Sometimes the Uttam Vaishnava, but because they is following the instructions of spiritual master, he preached. Prabhupada was a Uttam Vaishnava, but because his spiritual master's instruction is to preach all over the world, so he went for preaching. Otherwise, a Uttam Vaishnava like Gaur Krishna Das Babaji Maharaj, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, they are also Uttam Vaishnavas. He sees everyone. Oh, everyone is doing it. Krishna is everywhere and everyone is connected with Krishna. Okay, I stop here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare.
महाराज की